Hi anime lovers. Welcome to A for Anime channel. In this video, we are going to talk about Dandadan anime. Dandadan episode 12 began with Momo Iase, Ken, Akaran, Takakura, and Jean, Jiji, in Joji asking Seiko Iase to keep Hana at her house. Turbo Granny was upset at being lumped in with Hana in these discussions as it was revealed Taro returned to the school happily after knowing Hana was safe. He intended to sneak out at night to see her before returning to the school by the next morning. Seiko eventually agreed, as it was revealed Taro didn't have Akaran's kintama after all. Jiji then praised Momo and Akaran's powers while wishing he had something of his own. He then went to help Momo set up the table, pulling lint out of her hair in a romantic scene. An embarrassed Akaran did the same thing after musing on his love for Momo, but this eventually led to Jiji and Akaran doing a sort of singing competition with each other. Seiko revealed Momo would be staying at Jiji's house over the weekend, which initially bothered Akaran. However, when Momo said she wanted to invite him, he no longer had any issues. Focus then shifted to a group of students at Momo and Akaran's school, patrolling it at night when no one else was there. This led them to see Taro running through the halls, terrifying them as he jumped out of the window to see Hana. However, he was hit by a truck along the way, left lying in shattered pieces but still seemingly alive. Momo was outside waiting with Hana for his arrival, encouraging her that he would show up. Despite the horrific accident he endured, he eventually arrived to see her, leading to a romantic embrace just as the sun rose. As this happened, the focus shifted to Jiji, who had been up all night due to being haunted by a terrifying spirit. The scene shifted focus to Momo, Jiji, and Akaran on the train to Jiji's house. However, as Momo and Jiji discussed their childhoods, Akaran felt jealous and ridiculed himself for being so immature. He tried distracting himself but was unable to get over Momo and Jiji bonding so well. He tried to get her attention by discussing the Tsukinoko, leading Jiji to explain his village has a legend of a giant snake and a shrine for it called Tsukinoko Shrine. Jiji eventually made a joke that got Momo's attention again, forcing Akaran to steer the conversation towards another cryptid. However, Jiji became genuinely interested in this, which led to Akaran and Jiji starting to form a genuine bond. Jiji called Akaran his friend, which the latter eventually accepted. Akaran even wished Jiji wasn't so nice, as he began to appreciate him as a person and friend. The trio arrive in Jiji's town, centered around hot springs. Several people from the shop smiled at them and watched as they walked by, but they did so in an unnerving manner. After a long walk up steep stairs, they finally arrived at Jiji's house but didn't notice anything off at first. As they entered the house, it was revealed that all the townspeople were now in the woods nearby, stalking the trio. The trio inspected the inside of the house but still found nothing. It was to the point Momo began watching television out of boredom. As Momo theorized that the spirit was hiding from them, the shadows of those watching from the woods were shown to have gotten closer to the house. After saying they'd have to wait for the spirit to show up, she decided to go to the hot springs, leaving Jiji and Akaran behind. Then Jiji and Akaran play soccer, which the former was much better at than the latter. Jiji then asked Akaran point blank if he was in love with Momo, which shocked him as the focus shifted to Momo, wondering how they were doing. As it was revealed she was being watched, Jiji and Akaran discussed their feelings for Momo, which eventually turned into a competition between them about who loved her more. In an attempt at victory, Akaran almost brought up the time they accidentally kissed but decided against it. The men watching Momo joined her in the hot springs while Akaran and Jiji continued fighting over Momo. As they did so, Jiji and Akaran realized the former's house was much bigger on the outside than inside. The two explored the house as Momo was joined by the 5 men watching her. Jiji decided to bust through a wall that seemed to have a room behind it. The men then began approaching Momo, clearly with sinister intentions. As Jiji and Akaran busted through the wall, they found several talismans on layers of walls, one after another. As this happened, Momo was grabbed by one of the men and pushed underwater, while Jiji and Ocaran discovered a room filled wall-to-wall with talismans as the episode ended. While Dandadan episode 12's primary focus was on setting up the sequel, the first half of the finale episode resolved season 1's few lingering plot points satisfactorily. Likewise, the second season is set up to waste no time starting its next arc, which should be immediately action-packed based on the finale's closing events. If you enjoyed it, please thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below what you thought about the episode. Was it a 10 out of 10 in your opinion? Let me know and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.